What's up, gamers? This is your host, the Pirate King, and today we will be reviewing The Walking Dead. No, not the show. I'm talking about the game. Yep, there you go. Let's start episode 1. So strap on your Z-Day gear and lock and load those weapons, cause you're listening to another Gamer's Rant. So a coworker actually turned me on to this game and told me how good it was and how story driven it is, but it's really short. That even so, I should give it a try, and boy am I glad I did. The Walking Dead is one of those out of left field kind of games by a small gaming company that just steals the show, and this puppy's going up there with the likes of Braid, Limbo, and Journey. So you're probably wondering, well, what's so good about it? Story, my friends. Now, none of that Star Wars Old Republic nonsense. I mean really quick decision making kind of dialogue. So before I dive into the mechanics, let me step back and recap what's going down in episode 1. And don't worry, I'll try not to spoil anything for you.
I'm Clementine. This is my house.
Hi, Clementine. I'm Lee.
You're not my daddy.
No, I'm not.
So you play the role of Lee Everett, a convicted criminal who's being transported to prison when, well, the shit hits the fan. Given a second chance at freedom. Feel that? That's irony. Your character is unleashed onto hell on earth where zombies roam free and people lost all common sense. In your travels, you'll bump into a whole cast of characters where you'll have to make decisions that will affect the outcome of now or later in the future. This brings me up to the best part of the game, the storytelling. Telltale does a great job here by not only making the story interesting but immersive in the sense that your choices are shaping the story. I know some of you are thinking, well, that's nothing new. True, but then again, in most games I've played, I've had tons of time to think things over, or worse yet, given clues on what's the good and bad choice. Well, not here. You literally have seconds to speak, and even not speaking and letting the timer run out is a choice. This makes you almost just pick the first true response without giving it too much thought, keeping the flow of the conversations and the action pretty quick. And I think that's just a great mechanic, invaluable in this storytelling, especially with everything that's going on. And I believe this option is in the hard mode option, which is probably the only option there should be, with no hints or anything like that.
Do you know what the hell this is?
No idea. So you've seen them then?
You could say that.
Now the visuals are about average, they're nothing special. They obviously want to draw out that comic book feel and not realistic, which isn't bad, it works. But it's sad to see so many people pass up on the game based on that. Welcome the shallow gamer, one who really does judge a book by its cover. Now the story is really short, I mean 3 hours of gameplay max short. But then again, it's costing you $5, so I think it's worth it. Now me and my coworker are playing episode 2, and since we ended up making different choices at the end of episode 1, when we talk about the game, it's almost like we're talking about two different games. So if you want to engross yourself in a good zombie story, I definitely suggest you pick this one up. It doesn't have amazing endgame combats or graphics, but it will have you thinking and feeling like you're part of the Walking Dead comics. And that for me is definitely worth $5. And I believe they're splitting the games into 5 episodes for one season, and there already talks about season 2. And they're having all your choices from each episode carry on to the next one and the next one. So by the end of the game, people are going to have completely different stories as it starts branching out more and more. And that for me is just great. I'm playing the first time on hard mode without any kind of clues, and I'm making the choices basically right off instincts. All in all, I'm going to give The Walking Dead episode 1 an 8 out of 10. The game has great atmosphere, great story, but I just wish it had maybe a little more puzzle solving, or a little harder puzzle solving involved, and it was a bit longer. Even so, this is definitely a game you should try out. I'm already tackling on episode 2, and I can't wait to tell you guys about that. As always, like and subscribe if you dig what you see. This is the Pirate King saying, hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but I just ate bath salts and your face looks tasty. I'll see you guys on the battlefield.